Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Dandavat Pranam. Our internet is not working, so I have joined from my phone. I hope all of you are able to hear. So let's get started with our final session of the second module. We will be, Krishna willing, completing the second canto today. So let's begin with our Mangala Charan prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namah Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadādhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, dear devotees, we have to start from verse number 31 today. So, reading from Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 10, entitled Srimad Bhagavatam is the answer to all the questions. Text 31. Now, it will be very difficult for me to individually unmute everybody. So, I will just read the verses today because it's the phone. All of you are able to hear me? Haribol? Yeah, okay. So, text 31. Tvakcharma mamsa rudhira medo majjasti dhatavaha bhum ap tejo maya sapta prano vyomambu vayubhihi. Translations and purports by our most beloved Param Gurudev, Param Aradhya, Founder Acharya, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Shri Srimad Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. So, translation, Shri Shukdev Goswami is telling Maharaj Parikshit, the 7 elements of the body, there are 7 elements anatomically in our body, namely the thin layer of the skin itself, the flesh, blood, fat, marrow, and bone. They are all made of earth, water, and fire. Whereas the life breath, pran, is produced by the sky, water, and air. This is the composition of the body. So, in short, dear devotees, this material body, anatomically, it is made up of Pancha Mahabhut, earth, water, fire, air, and ether. The body itself can be divided into 7 elements: skin, superficial layer, the skin itself, muscles, blood, fat, marrow, and bone. Bones, muscles, fat, bone marrow, blood, then the dermis and the epidermis. So everything is included in these 7 elements. This is the body, and all of them are made up of essentially of the Pancha Mahabhut, the 5 gross elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether. Sri Shukdev Goswami is saying that the skin, muscles, blood, fat, bone, and the marrow are made up of earth, water, fire. And the prana vayu, which has the subtle body in it, the pran, it is made up of sky, water, and air. This pran vayu is what keeps the body going. And then when the soul and the subtle body leaves, then these gross elements are useless. So the prana vayu is made up of ether, sky, and water. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says the construction of the whole material world is prominently made by three elements: earth, water, fire. So generally all the solid and liquid parts are made up of earth, water, and fire. But the living force, the prana vayu, is made up of the sky, air, and water. So water is common element in both gross and subtle. Water is the common element. Therefore, water is very necessary. And Srila Prabhupada says that more than the modern inventions, getting pure water, clean water, healthy, fresh, locally grown fruits, vegetables are most essential for the proper upkeep of our gross body. This body is yantra rudani maya. This body is a yantra, machine made up of maya, the external energy of Krishna. So it needs matter to stay healthy. And because this body is given to us by Krishna, Daiva Netrena, this body has been given to us by Krishna's arrangement, it is our duty to take care of this body. Text 32. Gunatmaka nindriyani bhutadi prabhava gunaha manah sarva vikaratma buddhir vijnana rupini. The sense organs are attached to the modes of material nature. Our senses are attached to the modes of material nature. And the modes of material nature are products of the false ego. The mind is subjected to all kinds of material experiences like happiness, distress, joy, sorrow. The mind is subjected to these material experiences, and the intelligence is the feature of the mind's deliberation. When the mind deliberates what is right, what is wrong, that discerning ability, discriminating ability, that is the intelligence of the subtle body. So this is not very difficult to understand, although it sounds a little complicated. We will try to simplify it. So let's say, where is my phone? I would have shown my phone, but my phone is being used for the class. Now, suppose I have a pencil. When I see this pencil, to identify this as a vastu, as an object, that is the function of the mind. Oh, this is an object. I can use it for writing. I want it. This desiring something, oh, this is not a good pen. This is not a good pencil. I want a better pencil. Let's toss it. So, sankalp vikalpa, wanting something and not wanting something. Rag and dvesh, wanting something and not wanting something. This is the function of the mind, willing. This is the desiring. This is the function of the mind. Oh, I want to have this pen, but I want to have this pencil, but this pencil belongs to my friend, Chirayu Prabhu. This pencil belongs to Chirayu Prabhu. So let me ask him if I can borrow this pencil from him. Chirayu Prabhu, do you mind if I borrow this pencil from you to study a little bit? So I should ask the owner, so then I can get it. This is the function of intelligence. The right words coming, that Prabhuji, can you please borrow? I'm not taking it forever, just borrowing it. Okay, Prabhu, you can have it. This is the intelligence. It schemes, it plans how to acquire. This is the intelligence. And with this pencil, I will enjoy. That is ego, false ego. You see a ice cream, I want to eat ice cream. That is the mind. It recognizes the object, vastu, as ice cream. It's a vishay. It's an object for my senses, for my indriya. My tongue wants to taste that ice cream. That is the mind. Okay, now should I use my debit card or should I use my credit card? I'll get points on that credit card. Or should I just use cash? I want to use up my cash. Let me go to the owner of the shop. Here is $5. Give me that ice cream. That is intelligence. Planning how to acquire it. And then when you get that ice cream, to sit in the ice cream shop, take a spoon, and I am going to enjoy this mango ice cream now. This is false ego. That I am the enjoyer. This body will enjoy. So there is mind, there is intelligence, and there is false ego. All part of the subtle body. So Prabhupada is saying the false ego associates with different modes of material nature. And thus the senses become attached to the modes of material nature. Mind is the instrument for experiencing material feelings. But intelligence is deliberative. And the intelligence can change everything for the better. The intelligent person, therefore, can attain salvation from the illusion of material existence by proper use of intelligence. Intelligence is the boss. An intelligent person can detect the awkward position of material existence and begin to inquire. Adhado Brahma Jigyasa. Little bit down. It is advised, therefore, that intelligent person associate with the great sages and saints who are on the path of salvation. By such association, sadhu sangha, one can receive instructions which are able to slacken the conditioned soul's attachment for matter, and thus the intelligent man gradually rids of the illusion of matter. What verse is this? I will be very happy if someone can say what verse this is. Hare Krishna. Ado Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha, then Bhajana Kriya, then Anartha Nivritti. See, associated with Sadhu Sangha. One can receive instructions, you get instructions about Bhajana Kriya. And with Bhajana Kriya, your Anartha Nivritti happens. Slacken conditioned soul's attachment for matter. And intelligent man rids the illusion of matter and false ego. And then promoted to eternal life, Satchidananda life. Text 33. Etad bhagavato rupam sthulam te vyahritam maya adibhish chavaranair ashtabhir bahiravritam. Sri Shukdev Goswami is saying to Maharaj Parikshit, thus, by all this, the external feature of the personality of Godhead is covered by gross forms such as those of planets, which were explained to you by me. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, as explained in Sri Bhagavad Gita 7.4, the separated material energy of Krishna is covered by 8 kinds of material coverings: earth, water, fire, air, sky, means ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Bhumir aponala vayur, ham manobuddhi revacha, ahankar ityame, bhinna prakriti ashtada. All these are emanations from the personality of Godhead as his Bahiranga Shakti, external energy. These coverings are just like the coverings of clouds for the sun. When the clouds are there, we cannot see the sun. But do the clouds have the power to cover the sun? The sun is so big. Hundreds of earths can fit inside the sun. How can a little cloud on the earth's atmosphere cover the sun? It is not possible. But the cloud can cover our vision, block our vision from being able to see and appreciate the sun. So that is exactly Maya. Maya is like the cloud, dark cloud, and Krishna is like the sun. Maya has no power to cover Krishna, but Maya covers our eyes. We cannot see Krishna. That's what happens. Text 34. Ata param sukshmatamam avyaktam nirvisheshanam anadi madhya nidhanam nityam van manasa param. Therefore, beyond this gross manifestation, the Virat Roop, this whole material manifestation, is a transcendental manifestation, finer than the finest form. It has no beginning. The Virat Roop has beginning and end also. It's a material manifestation of Krishna. But the spiritual form of Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha of Krishna, it has no beginning, no intermediate stage, and no end. Therefore, it is beyond the limits of expression or mental speculation and is distinct from the material conception. It is eternal, it is purely spiritual, and therefore it has nothing to do with matter or the symptoms of matter. Matter means it goes through creation, goes through growth, there is maintenance, there is production of byproducts, there is dwindling, and there is destruction. There are 6 phases of matter. Take any building, take any person, it goes through these various stages. Some may go through all of them, some may go through some of them, but everything is created and everything is destroyed. For some time it will be maintained also. Any animal, any human being, there's birth, there is growth, there is maintenance, there is production of byproducts, there is dwindling, which is old age, and there is death. But spiritual substance or spiritual entity means these 6 changes are not there. It is never born, it never dies, there is no change. The gross external body of the Supreme Lord is manifested at certain intervals. What is this feature called? Vishwarup. You're understanding? Virat Rup, Vishwarup. That's what is being referred to here. But it is material form. However, there is a transcendental form of Lord. And it is the finest, it is the absolute. The absolute truth is therefore, further down in the purport, the absolute truth is therefore beyond expression and speculation of the material conception. The problem is we are conditioned by material conceptions and we try to superimpose those conceptions on transcendence also, on Krishna also. It doesn't work like that. Krishna is Satchidananda. He is spiritual and it's just a different, like they said, it's a different ball game. For example, if somebody is accustomed to playing cricket, they don't know what is basketball. It's a completely different game. Similarly, spiritual life is a completely different conception. We cannot think, why Krishna has to wear clothes if he's spiritual, or why Krishna has to eat if he's spiritual, why Krishna goes to sleep, why Krishna has to go to Sandipani Muni to learn. We are simply superimposing our conditioned mind on transcendence, on Krishna. Therefore, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that avajananti mam mudha manushim tanumashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhutam maheshwaram. They think when I come in the human form, I am one of them. They don't understand that I am doing lila. Anugrahaya bhaktanam. To do anugraha on his bhakta, he comes to do lila. Then text number 35. Amuni bhagavat rupe mayate anuvarnite ubhe api na grinanti maya shrishte vipaschitaha. Shri Shukdev Goswami is explaining, neither of the above forms of the Lord as just described unto you from the material angle of vision is accepted by the pure devotees of the Lord who know him well. So neither the Nirvisheshanam, the Brahmajyoti, nor the Virat Rup is accepted by the devotees. 2 forms are described. One is the Virat Rup, Vishwarup, which is the material conception of Krishna, and one is the Nirvisheshanam conception, which is completely spiritual. It is Brahman. It is completely spiritual, but there is no relationship there. The devotees, they don't accept either of these forms of Bhagwan. They don't. Ubhe api means both of these. Na grinanti. They don't accept. They don't accept the feature as Brahman and they don't accept the feature as Virat Rup. Prabhupada explains in the purport, the impersonalists think of the absolute truth, absolute personality of Godhead in 2 different ways. So there are 2 types of impersonalists. Interesting, right? 2 types of impersonalists. One hand, some of them may worship the Vishwarup, this whole material manifestation in one gigantic form, Vishwarup. Some may worship like that, Vishwarup. That is one type of impersonalist. They are worshipping Vishwarup. There is no relationship, there is no bhakti, there is no seva. It's just one all pervading. Everything is included in the Vishwarup. That's also impersonalism. And second is to be attached to the impersonal absolute truth. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti Shabdate. To focus on the Brahman, the impersonal aspect of God. that is also a impersonalist. But a devotee is not interested in either of them. Further on in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, what the pure devotees worship from the very beginning are eternal forms of Lord existing in Vaikuntha planet. So devotee may worship Lord Narasimhadev, he is eternal. Devotee may worship Lord Vishnu, Narayan, he is eternal. Devotee may worship Sitaram. Devotees worshipping Radha Krishna. These are all eternal forms. It's very nice that in our Ayodhya, now very soon there will be the opening of the beautiful temple of Shri Sitaram, and all our Guru Varga are going there. When my Guru Maharaj went to meet Srila Radha Govinda Das Goswami Maharaj in Vrindavan recently, that famous photo videos, they came out. So Srila Radha Govinda Maharaj asked Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj, what is your plan? So Maharaj said, from Vrindavan I will go to GEV and Radha Gopinath Mandir, and then I am going to Ayodhya. So Srila Radha Govinda Maharaj said, I am also coming. I am also going. So all our Guru Varga are going. Srila Loknath Swami Maharaj is also going, and many other ISKCON Gurus are going. So it's a very happy and auspicious moment. There must be a beautiful grand temple of Sitaram Lakshmana Hanumanji in Ayodhya. And we are very grateful to Shri Narendra Modi ji for this. So the non-devotee impersonalists imagine the material forms of Lord. Devotees are worshipping forms that are completely spiritual and permanent, eternal. But non-devotee impersonalists, they imagine material forms of the Lord. And ultimately they merge in the impersonal Brahma Jyoti of the Lord. Whereas the pure devotees of the Lord are worshippers of Lord both in the beginning and also in the perfect stage of being liberated. Eternally, they are worshipping the perfect form of Krishna, the eternal form of Krishna. Whereas the impersonalist, once they merge in the Brahma Jyoti, there is no upasana. Their upasana stops. Therefore, in Jaiva Dharma, it is said that kriya cannot be Nitya Dharma. Because that dharma stops na after liberation. Nitya Dharma is Vaishnava Dharma, where in the sadhana stage and in the siddha stage, you are doing the same activities. Same activities. Nitya Dharma. Doesn't change. The worship of the pure devotee never stops. Whereas the worship of the impersonalist stops after his attainment of liberation, when he merges in the impersonal form of the Lord known as Brahma Jyoti. Therefore, the pure devotees of the Lord are described here as Vipaschita, or those who are very learned in knowledge of the Lord perfectly. Text 36. Savacha vachaka taya bhagavan brahma rupa drik nama rupa kriya dhatte sakarma karmaka paraha. He, the personality of Godhead, manifests himself in a transcendental form, being the subject of his transcendental name, quality, pastimes, entourage, and transcendental variegatedness. Although he is unaffected by all such activity, he appears to be so engaged. Krishna manifests himself in the material world from time to time. Sambhavami yuge yuge. When he comes, he doesn't come alone. He comes with his abode, he comes with his parshads, he comes with his weapons, he performs pastimes, and all this is transcendental, and there is a lot of variety. And it's not that when Krishna ends his pastimes, Krishna is finished. Or when Krishna takes birth, that is the beginning of Krishna. No. One devotee is asking me that why in your Hare Krishna Mahamantra you are saying Hare Krishna first and Hare Ram later. Hare Ram pehle aaye the, Krishna baad mein aaye. So it should be Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Where to start? I didn't know where to start. Kidhar se shuru karu? First of all, Hare Ram. Ram is not Dasharathi Ram in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra that the Gaudiya Vaishnavas chant. It is our Radha Raman. Although the name Ram can be Parshuram, it can be Balaram, it can be Lord Ramachandra, it can be Krishna. But in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, according to the commentaries of our acharyas like Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Srila Jiva Goswami, Srila Gopal Guru Goswami, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, Ram is Radharaman and Krishna is Shyam Sundar, one who is dark complexion. All attractive Lord is Krishna, Shyam Sundar, and Ram is Radharaman who enjoys with Radharani. So Hare Krishna is Radhe Shyam and Hare Ram is Radharaman. So this conception that Ram came first, Krishna came later, these are all material conceptions. You are superimposing the material conception of time, chronology on there is no chronology in the spiritual world because there is only spiritual time, Chit Kal. The Jadiya Kal or the material time is in the material world. We cannot apply it to Krishna. So Krishna is not affected by all this material world, the things that happen in material world. In Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada quotes in the purport 4.4, Lord Krishna says, very famous, Namam karmani limpanti, name karma phale spriha, iti mam yo abhijanati, karma bhir nasa badhyate. Namam karmani limpanti. I am not affected by karma, the laws of karma. Name karma phale spriha. And it's not that I desire some result out of karma. Like people are very crazy about karma phal. They want results. Krishna doesn't aspire for anything. He's Atmaram. Iti mam yo abhijanati. One who knows Krishna as such, that Krishna is not affected by karma and Krishna doesn't aspire for the fruits of karma. Karma bhir nasabadhyate. That person will not become bound by karma. Therefore, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in that meeting with the three Mahajans, Shivji, Brahmaji, and Yamraj, he said, Shivparam Bhavati Dharmatma refers to that person who sadhu reva samantavya, who considers the devotee going through a difficult phase as sadhu. He will become Shivparam Bhavati Dharmatma. Similarly, Krishna is saying, one who knows me as beyond karma, such a person will never be affected by karma, will never be bound by karma. Karma bhir na sabadhyate. Text 37, 38, 39, 40. Prajapatin manun devan rishin pitra ganan prithak siddha charana gandharvan vidyadhra suraguyakan kinnara saraso nagan sarpan kim purushan naran matra raksha pishachamscha preta bhuta vinayakan Kushmandonmadave talan yatudhanan grihanapi khagan mrigan pashun vrikshan girindripa sarispripan dvividhas chaturdha yenye jalasthala nabhav kashahan kushala mishra Karmanam gatayast imah. Shri Shukdev Goswami is saying, O King Parikshit, know from me that all living entities are created by the Supreme Lord according to their past deeds. Krishna is Namam Karmani Limpanti, Name Karma Phalaspriha. That is Krishna. He is not affected by karma. But we take birth based on our karma. Karmani. Karman. Karmanam gataya. As a result of one's own karma, we take birth. This includes Brahma, even Brahmaji. Brahma, Stambha Paryantam, Sarvam Mayamayam Jagat, Satyam Satyam Puna Satyam, Harer Namam Kevalam. Even in Sri Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahmaji prays that Yas Indra Gopamathavendra Maho Swakarma Bandhanurupa. Even whether one is Brahmaji, whether one is Indra, whether one is a worm, Indra Gop, whoever we are bound by the laws of karma. Only bhakti, karmani nirdhatisha bhakti bhajam govindam adi purusham tamam bhajami. Only by bhakti, the karma pash can be cut. Chinatsi ghoram yamapasha bandham. Only Krishna can cut that knot. Otherwise, Brahma se leke, all this Pashu, Pakshi, everybody is given their body based on their karma. Clearly, Bhagavatam says, Shri Shukdev Goswami is saying, O King Parikshit, know from me that all living entities are created by the Supreme Lord, Krishna. He is Aham Bija Pradapita. According to how? Their past deeds, their past karma. This includes Brahma and his sons, Prajapati Daksha, and the periodical heads from time to time. The current one is Shri Vaivasvat Manu. The demigods like Indra, Chandra, Varun, great sages like Bhrigu, Vyas, Vashishta, the inhabitants of Pitralok, Siddhalok, Charanas, Gandharvas, Vidyadharas, Asuras, Yakshas, Kinnaras, and angels, the serpentines, Nagalok, the monkey-shaped Kimpurushas, the human beings, the inhabitants of Matralok, the demons, Pishachas, ghosts, spirits, lunatics, and evil spirits, the good and evil stars, the goblins, the animals in the forest, the birds, the household animals, reptiles, mountains, moving and standing living entities, the living entities born from embryos, from eggs, from perspiration, from seeds, and all others, ityadi, etc., etc., everyone included, whether they be in the water, land, or sky, in happiness and distress, or mixed happiness and distress, all of them according to their past deeds. Karmanam gataya. According to their past deeds, they are created by the Supreme Lord. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, Sarva Yonishu Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavanti Yaha Tasam Brahma Mahadyonir Aham Bija Pradah Pita. Krishna is the seed-giving father. In the last paragraph, Srila Prabhupada says something very important. Some of the living entities are relatively happy in better conditions of life. Some people we see, they are very happy. They are born in good families, well-to-do families. They have good health. They have good wealth. Things are going good for them. Whereas others are in distressed conditions of life. Some of us have it very difficult in life. We have problems, health problems, family problems, financial problems, but factually, emotional problems. But factually, none of them are actually happy in material conditioned life. Nobody is happy. Even though you may be born in the most harmonious family, kabhi ghar mein jhagada nahi, you have the best parents, you have the best spouse, you have the sabse nek bacche, best children, best friends, best brothers, sisters, koi property mein jhagada nahi, kuch nahi, everything is fine in the family, still it is temporary. Can you live like that forever? Ahani ahani bhutani gachanti hayamalayam shesha thavar michanti kim ascharya mathaparam. It's all temporary. Even the happiest person, most pious person, who has the most harmonious. I remember when I was in 10th standard, my math teacher, he taught me math 8th, 9th, 10th. So I had a very good, almost like a grandfather-grandson relationship with him. And I don't know now whether they do it, but during our time, there was a concept of slam book. Suna hai? Slam book. You go to all your friends and you take their autograph. And there are questions you have to answer. Who is your favorite? What is your favorite movie? Favorite actor? Favorite moment? Favorite vacation spot? Favorite music? All those questions. So you get to know them. So that slam book I gave my teacher. And he was very dear to me. His name was Rathi sir. He's no more now. Even I was in touch with him after coming to US also. Rathi sir. So I gave him that slam book. And usme tha, what is your ambition in life? And I still remember, Rathi sir wrote, to have a harmonious family life. To have a harmonious family life. So this is the idea of the parents. Ki hamare bacche harmoniously rahe. They should not fight with each other. Our kids, they should live happily. They should support each other. This is the desire of every parent. Sometimes it is fulfilled, sometimes it is not. It is our karma, it is our destiny, it is the free will of the children, the jivas, what choices they make. But this was the desire. The point is, even if we have a most harmonious family life, that family life will come to an end. Khatam. Death will come and take everything. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mrityu sarva araschaham. Everything will be taken away. So there is no happy situation. Prabhupada is saying that. Factually, none of them is happy in as long as it is a material conditional life. No one can be happy in prison life. Although one may be a first-class prisoner and another is third-class prisoner. The intelligent person should not try to be promoted from third-class prison life to first-class prison life, from being a human being to a demigod. That is not real progress. One may be promoted to first-class prisoner, but the same first-class prisoner is again degraded to a third-class prisoner in the next term. One should try to free oneself from prison life and go back home, back to Godhead. That is the real goal of all type of living entities. For everyone, the goal should be to go back to Krishna. Text 41. Sattva prajastama iti tisra sura nrinaraka tatrap ekaikasho rajan vidyante gatayastridha yadyaikai kataronyabhyam swabhava upahanyate. According to the different modes of material nature, the mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance, darkness, there are different living creatures. These species of life are based on the different combination, permutation of the modes of material nature. And these different living entities are different creatures who are known as demigods, human beings, hellish living entities. O King Parikshit, even a particular mode of nature being mixed with the other two is divided into three. And thus each kind of living creature is influenced by the other modes and acquires its habits also. There is never a pure mode. That this person is only in mode of goodness. ऐसा नहीं होता है. Always there is a mixture. And the modes are competing with each other. Even if we are situated in mode of goodness, अभी अच्छे से नहा धो के बैठे हैं, सत्यनारायण की पूजा कर रहे हैं, but that cannot be, that mode of goodness cannot stay forever. After some time, then we'll say, chai ki तरह लाओ, पूजा हो गई, अभी चाय लाओ, goya mode of passion. And then अभी movie देखते हैं, mode of ignorance. So the problem is the modes are not stable. There is always competition. They're always in a state of flux. Therefore, material life is very dangerous. The living purport. The living entities individually are being conducted by a particular mode of nature, but at the same time, there is every chance of their being influenced by the other two modes. That is the problem in life. The modes are always competing with each other. Generally, all conditioned souls in the material encasement are influenced by the mode of passion. Kama esha, krodha esha, which guna? Samudbhava, rajo guna samudbhava. Predominant mode is rajo guna. Why? Prabhupada explains. Influenced by the mode of passion, because every living entity is trying to lord it over material nature to fulfill individual desire. Desire ko fulfill karna means passion. You need passion to fulfill desires. So there's always competition going on, and we are always, but in spite of the individual mode of passion, there is always chance of being influenced by the other modes of nature by association. If one is in good association, he can develop mode of goodness. If one is in bad association, he may develop the mode of darkness or ignorance. So it's not one stable. Then verse number 42. Sa evedam jagadhata bhagavan dharma rupa dhrik pushnati sthapayan vishwam tiryan nara suradibhihi. He, the personality of Godhead as the maintainer of all in the universe, appears in different incarnations after establishing the creation. Krishna causes the creation and then he comes there in different incarnations. And thus he reclaims all conditioned souls. Paritrana sadhunam. He reclaims all the conditioned souls amongst the humans, the non-humans, and the demigods. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, incarnates himself in different societies, not just human society. Krishna may come in different societies. Krishna cares for everyone of living to reclaim them from the clutches of Maya, illusion. And such activities of Lord are not limited only to human. Ab socho, when Matsya Avatar came, the fish must have got a chance to say, "Kaun se fish hai ye? Baap re baap." They also must have been ordered. We have never seen such a fish. So unka uddhar ho gaya. Hai na? So Krishna is like that. He is very merciful. And such activities of Krishna are not limited only to human society. Krishna incarnates himself even as a fish, a hog, a tree, and many other forms. But less intelligent persons who have no knowledge of him, they deride him even when he's in the human society as a human being. Therefore, Lord Krishna says in Sri Bhagavad Gita 9.11, Avajananti mam mudha manushim tanuma ashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. They don't understand Krishna because they don't have knowledge of Krishna. They have not associated with sadhus and they have not associated with Shastra. Therefore, they don't know. Prabhupada says further down in the purport towards the end, one compares everything to one's own standard of knowledge. This is what we're discussing, that we have our material conceptions and we see everything through the lenses of our own conceptions. Therefore, our Acharya says that we should not judge Srimad Bhagavatam based on material science, but we should judge material science based on Srimad Bhagavatam. मटेरियल साइंस तो इवॉल्व हो रहा है, होते रहेगा, डिवॉल्व होगा, इवॉल्व होगा, डिवॉल्व होगा. श्रीमद् भागवतम इज द सेम. It will never change. It's absolute knowledge. Gita ji will never change. Same Bhagavad Gita. So Prabhupada is saying one compares everything to one's own standard of knowledge, as the frog in the well considers the sea to be the well. We all know the story of Mr. Frog, Professor Frog. Prabhupada says the frog in the well cannot even think of sea, and when such a frog is informed of the greatness of the sea, it takes the conception of the sea as being double size of this well, triple bada hai. How you will understand that there is waves, there are sharks there are whales. Blue whale is bigger than the whole well that you know. One fish in that big ocean. And then there is coral, there are tsunamis, there are islands. कैसे समझाए? कैसे समझाए? There are seashells. There are pearls. The frog in the well cannot even think. As such, one who is foolish about the transcendental science of Lord Krishna will find it difficult to understand how Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, can equally manifest himself in every society of living entities. We cannot understand. Like cockroach society, Krishna will come in a cockroach society. Krishna will come in a animal society. How will he communicate? कैसे गीता देंगे? क्या what lila he will do? See, Krishna we cannot understand with our little brain. 43. ततः कालाग्नि रुद्रात्मा यच्छृष्टम् इदमात्मनः सन्नियच्छति तत्काले घनानिकम् इवानिलः. Just as we are beginning to say, wow, this material world is amazing, Krishna has created. What Sri Shukdev Goswami is saying. Thereafter, at the end of the millennium, Lord Krishna himself in the form of Rudra, the destroyer, will annihilate the complete creation just as wind displaces the clouds. You go out of the house, nice clouds. Oh wow, the clouds are in such a wonderful formation. You go inside and you say, now when my father comes back from the office in the evening, I will show him. By the time father comes, those clouds are gone. Can you bring those clouds back? No, yeah, it's gone. Like they say, gone with the wind. Literally, as the wind displaces the clouds, gone. So Prabhupada is saying in the purport, this creation is very appropriately compared to the clouds. Clouds are created or situated in the sky, and when they are displaced by the wind, they remain in the same sky, but without manifestation. Now, is the cloud destroyed? No, its manifestation has changed. Same thing happens. Our body is created from the 5 elements, and body merges into the 5 elements. Whether unko dafna do, whether you are buried or you are cremated. So this is the temporary nature of the world. In the end of the purport, Prabhupada Ji Maharaj says the temporary creation is thus exhibited and destroyed, just to give information to the conditioned soul who is attached to temporary things. That don't be attached, don't be attached. It's all going to be snatched away from you. Now, if you go on vacation, you go to, let's say, Vrindavan, and there you lease a car. If for a few days we need a car, you lease a car. Now you know you have to give that up. It's a leased car. You are in Vrindavan for 1 week. Then you have to return that car. So will you become so attached to the car that after 1 week when you have to leave, you start crying? Oh, I have to leave this car. No. It was a leased car. You knew it. You had to give it up. If you postpone your plans, you can tell the company, 3 din all rakho kya? They'll say, okay, you pay so much, you can keep for 3 days more. But it's a leased car after all. You have to give it back. This material body is leased. We have leased it from Krishna. And Krishna has told material nature, banao, sharir banao, panch mahabhut se de do. Isko 70 saal ke liye do, 80 saal ke liye do, kisi ko 10 saal ke liye do. Because depending on our karma. Depending kitna paisa hai, you can lease a Mercedes Benz or you can lease a Maruti 800. है ना? जितना पैसा है तुम्हारे पास, वैसे जितना कर्मा के बैंक में पैसा है, वैसा शरीर मिलेगा. But it is still leased and we have to give it up. Everybody has to give it up. It is also meant to give him a chance for self-realization. This leased car is given us so that we can reach Golok. Whether we get it for 10 years, Khatwanga Maharaj had it only for 1 muhurta. So whatever time we get, if we listen to the Guru Sadhu Shastra and we do bhajan, then we, in this leased body, before the lease expires, we can get to Golok Vrindavan. This body can take us. That is the beauty of this body. It's a very beautiful boat. We only have to make Guru Karnadhar. We have to make Guru the captain of the boat, not Manmani Achar. We should live according to the instructions of Guru. Diksha Kale Bhakta Kare, Atma Samarpan. And Atma Samarpan is required. Text 44. इत्थं भावेन कथितो भगवान भगवोत्तमः नेत्थं भावेन हि परम द्रष्टुम अर्हन्ति सूरयः. The great transcendentalists thus describe the activities of the Supreme Personality of God, Krishna. Kavibhir iditam. But the pure devotees deserve to see more glorious things in transcendence beyond these features. Work phone khali hai त्या सोफ्यावरती. So Krishna says that in the purport, little bit down, the pure devotees of the Lord thus undergo a practice of that devotional service to Lord Krishna during the manifestation of the creation and take full advantage. Whatever time we have to do bhakti and take full advantage. Because only by bhakti we can understand Krishna. See, Prabhupada is quoting from Sri Bhagavad Gita ji, 18.55, very important verse. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvatah tato mam tatvato jnatva vishate tad anantaram. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvatah. We can understand Krishna tatvatah as he is only by bhakti. See, previously Krishna has said, Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vetti tatvatah. One who knows my janma karma tatvatah as it is, tattvadeham punarjanam neti mameti swarjuna. He will never take birth, he will come to me. So Krishna says, understand me tatvatah. है ना? Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vetti tatvatah. So question arises, Krishna, how do we understand you tatvatah? आपको तत्वतः कैसे समझे? Answer is given here. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvatah. तत्वतः जानना है, भक्ति करो. भक्त्या माम अभिजानाति तत्वतः. ठीक है? So they're very beautiful. Then Prabhupada's heart is revealed. We have to read the last paragraph of this purport. By development of pure devotional service, Uttama Bhakti, one can factually know Lord Krishna as he is and thus be trained in the bona fide service of the Lord. Radha Krishna Seva Apav Ye Abhilashi. And be allowed to enter into the direct association of the Lord in so many capacities. श्रीमद गुरोरष्टकमितदुच्चय ब्राह्मे मुहूर्ते पठति प्रयत्नात् यस्तेन वृंदावननाथ साक्षात् सेवैव लभ्य जनशवन्तेव. Chakravarti Path. First prayer Prabhupada taught us, do it in Brahma Murta every day, 4:30 in the morning. What is the result? Sakshat Seva in Vrindavan will get for Radha Krishna. The highest glorious association of Lord Krishna is made possible in the planet of Golok Vrindavan. There are many Vaikuntha planets. Highest is Golok Vrindavan, Prabhupada says. Highest glorious Golok Vrindavan, where Lord Krishna enjoys himself with the gopis and his favorite animals, the Surabhi cows. A description of this transcendental land of Krishna is given in Sri Brahma Samhita, which is considered by Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be the most authentic literature in this connection. Haribo, Sri Brahma Samhita ki jai. Text 45. Nasya karmani janmadau parasyanu vidhiyate कर्तृत्व प्रतिष्ठेयार्थम माययारोपितम हि तत्. There is no direct engineering by Lord Krishna for the creation and destruction of the material world. Krishna is not directly involved in this world. His Shaktis do it. Bhairanga Shakti. What is described in the Vedas about his direct interference is simply to counteract the idea that material nature is the creator. Some people say ki there is no God, material nature hai. So to counteract that, to say that Krishna has created this. Actually, Krishna has not created this world. Krishna's expansion of the expansion of the expansion has created this world. Krishna is in the Paravyam, in the spiritual sky. Krishna's expansion is Balram. Balram's expansion is Mula Sankarshan. Mula Sankarshan's expansion is the Chaturvyama, Vasudeva Sankarshan, Pradyumna Aniruddha. They manifest as Lord Narayan, also called as Mahavishnu or Karnodakshay Vishnu. From them, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, who creates this world. And then, of course, Shirodakshay Vishnu makes it come alive by entering every atomic particle. So, the original creator is Lord Vishnu, but Lord Vishnu is not original Krishna. Krishna is to Bhagavan Swayam. So like that, Krishna is not directly involved. Maya Dhakshena Prabhupada ji quoted in the purport, Maya Dhakshena Prakrati Suyata Sacharacharam Hetu Nane Kaunteya Jagat Viparivartate. That this whole world is happening under the supervision of Krishna. Maya Dhakshena Prakrati. Krishna is the superintendent, always in control, But Krishna is not directly involved. He has outsourced it. Ataiva Krishna Mula Jagata Karan Prakriti Karan Jaiche Ajagolosthan. Kaviraj Goswami. Srila Prabhupada ji is quoting Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi 5.61. Because Karanarana Vashai Vishnu is a plenary expansion of Krishna. It is he, Mahavishnu, who electrifies the matter to put it in motion by his glance. He injects the jivas. The example of electrification is quite appropriate. A piece of iron is certainly not fire, but when the iron is made red hot, certainly it has the quality of fire. In hostel, we had that coil cooker. खिचड़ी बनाते थे, दूध गर्म करते थे, on that coil, metal coil wala. Electricity, this is iron. When you electrify it, it becomes hot like fire. Similarly, this material world, Mahat Tattva, is dead. It is Jada. By the glance of Mahavishnu, Karananavashai Vishnu, Karanodakshai Vishnu, Mahavishnu, Lord Narayan, by his glance, he brings it alive, electrifies it. Prabhupada says. Then 46. Ayam tu brahmana kalpaha savikalpa udaritaha vidhi sadharano yatra sarga prakrita vaikritaha. This process of creation and annihilation described in summary herein is the regulative principle during the duration of Brahma's one day. One kalpa, all this happens: creation, maintenance, destruction. It is also the regulative principle in the creation of Mahat, in which the material nature is dispersed. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada ji says, there are three different types of creation called Mahakalpa, Vikalpa, and Kalpa. In the Mahakalpa, Lord Krishna assumes the first Purusha incarnation as Karanodakshai Vishnu, with all the potencies of the Mahat Tattva and the 16 principles of creative matter and instruments. The creative instruments are 11. The ingredients are 5. And all of them are products of Mahat or materialistic ego. Ego is the subtlest form of material world. And all these elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether, the 5 senses, karmendriya, jnanendriya, mind, intelligence, ego, together they are counted here as 16. The 3 modes of material nature, Kal. These creations by the Lord in his feature of Karanodakshai Vishnu are called Mahakalpa. That is the original creation, Mahakalpa. The creation of Brahma and dispersion of the material ingredient is called Vikalpa. Secondary creation, Vikalpa. And the creation of Brahma in each day of his life is called Kalpa. Kalpa. Each day. Because every day there is destruction at night. So every day Brahmaji creates again. That's Kalpa. Each day of Brahma is called Kalpa. Therefore, each day of Brahma is called Kalpa. And there are 30 Kalpas in terms of Brahma's days. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita as follows. Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Aharyat Brahmano Viduhu Ratrim Yuga Sahasradham Teho Ratra Vido Jana. In the upper planetary systems, the duration of one complete day and night is equal to one complete year of this earth. This also we have seen. This is accepted even by the modern scientists and attested by the astronauts. Similarly, this is the relativity of time. Similarly, in the region of the still higher planetary system, the duration of day and night is still greater than in the heavenly planets. The 4 yugas, like it will come in the 9th canto, Raivat Maharaj goes to meet Brahmaji to find a suitable husband for his daughter Revati. And some musical performance is going on. So he waits there. After meeting Brahmaji, when he comes back to earth, Manvantars have passed. Not Yuga. Manvantars have passed. Because there are 14 Manvantars in one day of Brahma. So like that. The creation during the day of Brahma is called Kalpa, and the creation of Brahma is called Vikalpa. When Vikalpas are made possible by the breathing of Mahavishnu, it is called Mahakalpa. Again, it came and then going back, reverse engineering, Prabhupada in the purport. There are regular and systematic cycles of these Mahakalpas, Vikalpas, and Kalpa. So time is cyclical. Material time is cyclical. In answer to Maharaj Parish's questions about them, Shukdev Goswami answered in the Prabhas Khanda of Skanda Puran. that they are as follows. So all this description is given in more detail in Skanda Puran. So we can read that. It's technical. And 47 verse. Parimanam cha kalasya kalpalakshana vigraham yatha purastad vyakhyasye padmam kalpa atho shrunu. O king, I shall in due course explain the measurement of time in its gross and subtle features with the specific symptoms of each. But for the present, let me explain unto you the Padma Kalpa. The present purport. The present duration of a Kalpa of Brahma is called the Varaha Kalpa or the Shweta Varaha Kalpa because the incarnation of Lord Varahadev took place during the creation of Brahma, who was born on the lotus coming out of the abdomen of Vishnu. Therefore, this Varaha Kalpa is also called as Padma Kalpa because of the lotus. And this is testified by Acharya like Srila Jiva Goswami as well as Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in pursuance to the commentator Swami Sridhar. Sridhar Swami also says that. And then Jiva Goswami and Chakravarti Pad agreed. So there is no contradiction between the Varaha and the Padma Kalpa of Brahma. It's the same thing. Text 48. Shaunaka Uvacha Yadahano Bhavan Suta Kshatta Bhagavatottamaha Chachara Tirthani Bhuva Styaptva Bandhun Dudustyajan. Shri Shaunak Rishi, after hearing all about the creation, inquired from Shri Suta Goswami about Vidur. For Shri Suta Goswami had previously informed him how Vidur left home in the first canto, leaving aside all his relatives, who were very difficult to leave. Purport. The rishis headed by Shri Shaunak Rishi were more anxious to know about Vidur, whom instead of knowing about the Kalpa, Vikalpa, Mahakalpa, all these creations, they are more interested, Prabhupada says, in knowing about the Mahabhagavad, Vidur. The rishis more anxious to know about Vidur, who met Maitreya Rishi while traveling to pilgrimage sites of the world. And so all this knowledge, Bhagavad cosmology is important, but we should not get completely, it is not Prayojan. It is not Prayojan Tattva. We have to immerse ourselves in Krishna Roop, Krishna Leela. Not the Virat Roop Leela, but Sham Sundar Leela. Translation. Shri Shaunak Rishi said, let us know, please. उन्हें लगा कि भाई जाएंगे. They will go into all these technical things. Let us know, please, what topics were discussed between Vidur and. देखो एकदम ऐसा they changed the topic. एकदम topic change कर दिया. Vidur और Maitreya जी कहाँ से आए अभी? तो let us discuss that what was discussed between Vidur and Maitreya, who talked on transcendental subjects. See, this is also transcendental, but that is more transcendental about Krishna. It directly relates to Krishna. This indirectly relates to Krishna. Who talked on transcendental subjects. And what was inquired by Vidur and what was replied by Maitreya? Also, please let us know the reason why Vidur giving up the connection of his family members and why he again came home. Please also let us know the activities of Vidur. Vidur is Yamraj. He is Mahabhagavat. He is a Mahajan, one of the 12 Mahajans. We want to know the activities of Vidur while he was in the places of pilgrimage. Shri Suta Goswami was narrating topics of creation and destruction of the material world. But it appears that the rishis headed by Shri Shaunak Rishi were more inclined to hear of transcendental subjects which are on a higher level. Prabhupada is saying in the purport. Higher level. Text 51. Suta Uvacha Rajnya Parikshita Prishto Yad Avochan Mahamunihi Tadvo Vidhasye Shrunuta Rajnya Prashnanusaratah. Shri Suta Goswami explained, I shall now explain to you the very subjects explained by the great sage Maitreya, great sage Shri Shukdev Goswami in answer to King Parikshit's inquiries. Please hear them attentively. Suta Goswami is telling Shaunak Adi Rishis that, okay, I will explain to you the conversation that took place between Shukdev Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj, because there also this was discussed. Purport. Any question that is put forward may be answered by quoting the authority, and that satisfies the saner section of the society. That is a system. Even in the law court, the best lawyer gives evidence from the past judgment of the court without taking much trouble to establish his case. This is called parampara system, and learned authorities follow it without manufacturing rubbish interpretations. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam, Brahma Samhita 5.1. Let us all obey the Supreme Lord Krishna, whose hand is in everything, without exception. Everything is controlled by Krishna. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports, the second canto, 10th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Srimad Bhagavatam is the answer to all questions. End of second canto. Hare Krishna. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. निताई गौर हरि बोल. Hare Krishna. So dear devotees, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, we have completed second canto, this third module out of 10 modules of Bhakti Vaibhava. Third module is completed. Next week I have night duties, so I make His Grace Ajay Govind Prabhu the invigilator. So I will, from the hospital, I will start the Zoom meeting from my phone, and then I will make Ajay Govind Prabhu the moderator, the host, and then I will leave. So all of you can give part 1 of closed book exam on Tuesday, USA. It will be Wednesday morning in India. And part 2 of the closed book exam on Thursday evening in USA. And it will be Friday morning in India. So that will complete our examination of third module. And then the week after that, my phone is being used for the Zoom, but I have to look at my Q agenda. But maybe the week after that, we can start module 4, Canto 3. Okay. So with this, I will stop and we can take questions. Yes. Shamchandra Prabhu. Now let me see how to unmute. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yes, Prabhu, you can unmute now.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Able to hear, Prabhu?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. So thanks for this wonderful class. Lightning speed 20 verses today. Wonderful. And congratulations to all of us for successfully completing the second canto. So Prabhu, I have just a couple of questions because we were going a little fast. So in some purports, I was making some observation of what happened to my screen. 1 second. Yeah. So in verse 31, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions that the living force is produced from sky, water, and air. That is the creation of dhatus and pranas, no? So the living force is produced from sky. But now, how can life come from matter, Prabhu? I mean, what exactly?
This is Pranavayu. It's a material conception. Pranavayu. It's a subtle body, but it's a material body.
So the living force is what? Not Atman?
No, what carries the Atma? The Pranavayu, not Pran itself. The living force refers to the Pranavayu. You know the Pranavayu that the yogis can elevate in the various chakras, and then Urdhvarandhra, you take it out also. That is the Pranavayu, the life force.
Just like a medium that carries
medium. The Pran itself, the living entity itself is Atma. That is not mentioned here.
Okay. And then see in the verses 37 to 40, no, where it is mentioned about that the Lord himself is creating. Lord himself is creating so many things, but actually here we are referring to the Visarga part, right? Because I mean, Lord creates through Brahma.
Yeah, all the species are
through Brahma.
Yes.
Even though there is a mention, there is no direct mention. There is only mention that Lord himself creates, like as a. But then
that's just.
I think it's a Visarga.
It's a linguistic thing, yeah. But we understand that this is all Krishna is indirectly doing all this.
Okay. And I wanted to know in this, see in the Vaikuntha planets, the topmost is Goloka Vrindavan.
Yes.
So when this came in the previous chapter, 9th chapter, where Brahma gets the darshan of Vaikuntha planets. So there did Brahma get the darshan of Goloka Vrindavan also?
So no, there what was mentioned was he had darshan of Lord Vishnu. And he had darshan
No,
of
the reason I'm
Vaikuntha.
asking is because then how did Brahma compose that verse? Which one was that? Let me see.
Chintamani Prakhar Sadma Shukalpa
Yeah,
Vriksha.
yeah. So yeah, Chintamani Prakar Satmashu Kalpa Vriksha. So there actually he's describing. I mean, Prabhupada says in that verse purport that Brahmaji actually is seeing the Lord in the form of cowherd boy and the transcendental Surabhi cows, and these are all, this is nothing but Goloka Vrindavan.
Correct. So Prabhu, that happened another time because see, Brahmaji
Acha.
created Brahmaji every day he has darshan of Krishna. And actually, I have read that those prayers were composed by Brahmaji for his worshipable deity Tota Gopinath. Tota
Okay.
Gopinath, they are Brahmaji's personal deities, and Brahmaji worships and he offered Brahma Samhita prayers to Tota Gopinath. And then knowing that Mahaprabhu is going to come and stay in Jagannath Puri, he brought him to Chatak Parvat, which is not different from Govardhan. And just like Madhavendra Puri found Gopal in Govardhan, Mahaprabhu found Tota Gopinath in Chatak Parvat for Gadadhar Pandit. That is
Okay.
also
Okay. So the
that
reason I had this doubt was because the
offered.
sequence of sorry, go ahead, Prabhu.
No, those prayers, the Brahma Samhita prayers, not necessarily they were the prayers offered by Brahmaji in the second canto. They were offered some other time
Okay.
because there
So here
are so
he
many.
actually saw up to the 400 form only. He got the darshan of the 400 form of Vishnu only.
Yes, yes, that's what
Okay.
Bhagavatam says. Vaikuntha.
Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, now, Shama Kishori Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for the nice class. Prabhuji,
Hare
I had
Krishna.
a question on verse 44. Here the translation says, the great transcendentalist thus described the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But the pure devotees deserve to see more glorious things in transcendence beyond these features. So when we are describing the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, what is more glorious than that? Like what features are they?
No, the previous verse, the Rudra incarnation is mentioned. So previously the Shrishti Kriya was mentioned. Then there was the Pralay Leela is mentioned in the verse number 43. And then he's saying that these Shrishti, Sthiti, Pralay, these are the activities of the Supreme Lord as Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. And these are described. But the pure devotees, they are interested in knowing the Leelas of Krishna, not just in the material world, but in the spiritual world, the Nitya Leelas. That's what it mentions.
And Prabhuji, it's also mentioned in the purports by Srila Prabhupada that actually there is no difference between his Leelas in the material world and spiritual world. And in fact, for people in the material world, we need to understand about creation, etc.
Yes.
But here they are saying that it is better to understand more about higher transcendental topics.
Yes. So both the Leelas are non-different. There is no difference between the Leelas of the material world and Leelas of the spiritual world. That is true in the sense that both the Leelas are transcendental. But if we want to go to Vaikuntha, we have to develop prem for Krishna. है ना? Priti nayavat mai vasudeve. Na muchyate deha yogena tavat. As long as we don't have priti, prem for Krishna, we cannot give up this material world and enter Vaikuntha. To develop prem for Krishna, we have to understand his leelas in the spiritual world. Krishna doesn't lie down on the Karan Sagar in Golok Vrindavan. He lies down in the lap of Yashoda Maiya. So, for us to develop prem for Krishna, we have to understand his Nitya Leela. This is, in one sense, Naimittik Leela. Na? When there is need for creation, Krishna will do, but this is not his part of the Ashtakalya Leela. We have to meditate on the Ashtakalya Leela. Then we will develop prem for Krishna. And also to develop our relationship with Krishna. How can you develop relationship with Virat Rup? Or how can you develop a relationship with Mahavishnu? Or how can you develop a relationship with Karanodakshaya? You cannot develop a relationship. So then we have to meditate on the form of Lord that we want to serve, that we want to be with, that we want to have serve in the Leela of our Ishtadev. And these are the Nitya Leelas in the spiritual world. So in the beginning, yes, because we are materialistic, we have to understand the Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya Leela of Krishna. But as we make spiritual advancement, that's what this verse 44 mentioned, that as we make spiritual advancement, we are not just satisfied with creation and how the elements grow from subtle to gross and gross to subtle. That is one level of understanding, that is ABC. But then a student is not satisfied. ABC karo. No, ABC karo. Second standard ABC, third ABC. No. Now they want to write essays. They want to write, compose poems as they develop mastery of the language. So that is the higher realms of bhakti. Then we want to study Bhagavad Gita. We want to study Srimad Bhagavatam. We want to go to the 10th canto. Then we want to read the writings of the acharyas. So it's a natural progression. So in one sense, there is no difference because both are spiritual, both are transcendental, both are activities of Krishna only. But there is a vast difference also, because for Prayojan Tattva, we need Nitya Leela.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. Yes, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Now, Kirtita Sundari Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams. Thank you for the wonderful session, Prabhu. Though for me it was very hard to catch up with your speed today.
Mataji, I'm working next week and I wanted all of you to take the exam.
I can really understand, Prabhu. But it was really good. Like, I was 100% attentive. I don't want to miss. But Prabhu, I have 3 questions. First is about the impersonalist you were mentioning, 2 types of impersonalists, like Prabhupada mentioned in the purport, one for Brahmajyoti, one who meditates on the Virat Purusha. So is it the same like Brahmavadis and Mayavadis, or that's different?
That's a different division of impersonalists. So that is Brahmavadis, who are genuinely attracted to the Brahmajyoti. And then there are Mayavadis, who are Krishna Dveshi. So that's a different category.
That's altogether different. And these okay.
This was a different type of classification.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. My next question is about there was one purport or translation which was mentioned that all the living entities, including the Brahma and all the demigods, they all get bodies as per their past deeds, right? But after getting the body, they are still not subjected to law of karma, right?
So law of karma affects everybody, but for example, in the animal species, they don't get sins like we do. For example, a dog may come and urinate in a temple, so the dog will not get, or a tiger may eat a deer. The tiger will not get sin, but if we eat a deer, we will get sins. So in the
law of karma acts on demigods also, or no?
Yes, law of karma acts on demigods. We जब अहल्या के साथ किया इंद्रदेव ने गलत किया तो कर्मा मिल गया, है ना? When Jayanta got misbehaved with Srimati Sita ji, he also had to lose his eye. So when Indra disrespected the Prasadi garland of Durvasa Muni, immediately reaction came. So
फिर ये क्यों कहा जाता है कि सिर्फ मनुष्य देह ही कर्म भूमि कर्म के उसमें आते हैं? Like why not all?
Because the demigods, they have a very long life and they have a very stable, relatively a very stable job. Generally देखा जाए ऐसा नहीं होता है कि सूर्य देव को निकाल दिया, विवस्वान को, ऐसा नहीं होता है. Indra, he teaches us through his examples. Krishna uses him, Indraji, to teach us so many valuable lessons. But human beings have such a short lifespan, and हम लोग इतने mode of passion में हैं. We have so many desires to fulfill, and this is a karma bhumi. Earth is karma bhumi. जो स्वर्ग लोक है माता जी, उधर mainly enjoyment है. People go there to enjoy and reap benefits of their pious activity. And the hellish planets are primarily meant to suffer for sinful activities. So वहाँ पे mainly it is suffering, उधर mainly it is enjoyment. And karma bhumi is considered to be earth. Now, of course, if somebody makes a mistake even as a demigod, there will be punishment for them also. But generally, they have a very stable job, very stable role, and very long life. इसीलिए उनको अमर बोलते हैं. As you Amar. But mainly, if you see, Karma Bhumi is earth, and yahan par bhi it is human beings. Prabhupada explains this in the 6th canto, Ajamil Prasang mein, that mainly it is human beings only who cultivate karma, not the birds, animals, or trees. वो भोगते हैं. Somebody will get dog birth as a punishment for previous activity. Someone will get a cat's birth as a punishment for their previous karma, and then they live it out, and then they go to the next destination. And also Prabhupada says, and many sadhus have heard this, that the people who stay in Vrindavan and they do what people do, then they become monkeys in Vrindavan, because then unrestrictedly they are able to indulge in sense gratification. Because in the Dham you have to be very careful. It is not a place for sense gratification. It is not a place for just mundane ahar, nidra, bhay, maithun. So the main karma bhumi is human species on earth, and other species like animals, plants, birds, demigods, and the lower planets where there is hellish planets are there. That is mainly to enjoy and suffer. But human species is very important because it is the place where we produce maximum karma, either bad karma or good or akarma, spiritual, like that.
Thank you,
But
Prabhu. Yeah.
God's
Got it.
exceptions are.
Yes.
ऐसा नहीं कि away with anything, because they have intelligence. So if they deliberately make a mistake, deliberately make a wrong choice, then they will get karma. But animals don't have that intelligence, so they will not get. They may get.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. And one thing, Prabhu, in the start of the class, you were mentioning about the example of pencil and ice cream, like if we desire. So actually, who desires? Is the desire comes in the mind or the soul desires?
The desires are in the mind. Desiring and rejecting, wanting and rejecting, that is the function of mind. Planning and executing it, that is the higher function of the intelligence. And I am the person who is going to enjoy this. That is the ego, false ego. Ki I enjoy it. Aisa. So somebody sees a girl, I want to marry that girl, I will enjoy with that girl. That is the false ego. And then how to impress her, that is all intelligence. And so like that. Same.
So soul has no role to play here because
the soul is covered by ahankar. See, there is a soul. Covering is ahankar. Next covering is intelligence. Next covering is mind. So soul being covered by ahankar, when the Krishna bhuliya se jeev bhogavancha kare, when the soul turns away from Krishna, nikatastha maya tare jhapatiya dhare. When maya catches means the soul is covered by false ego, that you are the enjoyer. First body is a true ego, Krishna is the enjoyer. Ami Krishna. When we forget that Ami Krishna Das, then we are grabbed by Maya. And what Maya does is, no, you are the Prabhu. You are the enjoyer. You are the Prabhu. So then we get false ego where we think, oh, I am the Purush. I am the enjoyer. And then how do we enjoy? Well, to enjoy, we need desire. So then we are given a mind. Well, to execute and achieve those desires, I need intelligence. Intelligence is given. But what do I enjoy through? You need a body with senses. So then the body is also given. Body is also given. So in this way, the root cause is forgetfulness of Krishna. Then Maya catches us. Maya makes us believe that I am the enjoyer. For that, who is going to enjoy? We need a body. So then the false ego that I am this person, I am the body, I am the enjoyer. And then we are given the whole apparatus to enjoy with our mind, to execute intelligence, and to actually physically indulge the objects of senses with our senses. We have a body, gross body. So gross body, subtle body, and the soul, only mistake is that it thinks I am this body, and that is false ego, covered by ahankar. But when we give up this ahankar and we think that no, I am Krishna's servant, then that's true ego. That is the beginning of all auspiciousness, when we understand that no, I am Krishna Das.
Thank you, Prabhu. Very, very, very wonderfully explained. And one last question, what Shyamachandra Prabhu asked about this pranavayu. So can we translate this word pranavayu in English as consciousness, or it's different?
Pranvayu, I have only seen Prabhupada use the word living force, or the Pranvayu. How do you? Adi, let me do a little bit. This is a little technical. Let me
Yeah, no
little
worries.
bit do research about this. That
Yes,
how
yes.
what is the Pranvayu? चक्र क्या होते हैं उसे कैसे Prabhupada has explained it some purport, but I have to go back, and so I will get back on this.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, sure, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Danvat pranams.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so dear devotees, thank you very much, and all the best for your exam. I will see you on Tuesday. For India, it will be Wednesday. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.